So the issue is we don't want to add AI just to add AI. So we have started to add it only for really specific things, what would be helpful for Crocoblock.
Yeah, which will add value to your
Um,
customers at the end of the day.
yes. So for example, to make something what Elementor have done, there is no point because our users are using Elementor. And if they can build something with Elementor, there is no point for us to add the same features.
I see.
So we concentrate on our dynamic features and we add it to dynamic data, for example. It's super useful.
From business process analyst to CEO of one of the WordPress most versatile toolkits, today's guest blends product clarity with community-driven innovation like few others. Welcome to WP Legends. I'm Gautam, co-founder of Seahawk Media, and I'm thrilled to be joined by Anna Hurko, CEO of Crocoblock, the powerhouse behind Jet plugins trusted by WordPress creators building dynamic no-code websites with Elementor, Gutenberg, and more. I had the pleasure of meeting Anna in person at WordCamp USA last year, and it was clear from the start that she leads not only with intelligence but with heart. Her journey began in business analytics, later transitioning into product strategy before rising to the CEO of Crocoblock, where she now oversees an ecosystem that supports everything from custom post types and advanced filters to booking systems, front-end controls, and AI-enhanced workflows. Under her leadership, Crocoblock has expanded well beyond its Elementor roots, embracing the future of WordPress with Gutenberg support, a growing dev community, and a clear vision for no-code design that remains flexible enough for pros. Today, we'll unpack Anna's transition into her tech leadership, how she balances rapid development with user insight, and what's next for Crocoblock as WordPress evolves. Anna, welcome to WP Legends. Let's start at the beginning.
Hello. You told everything already. I don't know what to add. Hello,
Pleasure.
everyone. Yeah.
So I know. I do my research pretty well with respect to introduction, but I met you in person last year and I was really excited about this interview. But I would love to hear your personal journey because I know you've been, in the same company for almost a decade plus. So would love to hear your, from down to up where you are today. Would love to hear, a quick summary of your journey.
Yeah, so I had a light speech in Basel about this journey a little bit. So
Hmm.
I have started 11 years ago in technical support team
Hmm.
with the customer communication and solving complicated issues. Then I switched to QA team, product team, and so on, where I am now. So I have tried probably all steps.
Hmm.
Took me 11 years, and so 10 years I'm already 1.5 years on the position, about 2 years. I don't remember already. Yeah. So for me, it was like a one day, but yeah, to say honestly, it took a long time. But it was pretty quick in each position. But I just took them all and tried kitchen for all roles, so to
Yes.
say.
Yes. So Crocoblock,
Yeah.
when you became a part of Crocoblock, explain to me Template Monster and Crocoblock. Like, what is the relationship there?
Uh, so we have a holding company. It's
Hmm.
Jet Monsters, and
Okay.
Template Monster and Crocoblock are projects in that holding company. They're
Okay.
separate projects. It's
Okay.
no relation.
Okay.
Just that some of the team members worked in both. For example, I work with the same holding company 11 years, but Crocoblock is 7 years old.
I see.
So I have started with Template Monster, but then we had an idea with our CTO and one more guy. So I like three co-founders. We have started to make plugins for
Hmm.
ourselves to make templates quicker. So we made templates not only for Template Monster as well for SimForest
I see.
and Creative Market and all that marketplace. And we have made plugins for ourselves to just speed up the process. And we liked them a lot, so we decided, oh, why not to start to sell plugins on
I see.
to sell that in Concanion. It was very good, and customers pushed us to make a separate project and to sell on them separately.
I see.
So now Crocoblock is independent project, and we even don't have any co-marketing with Template Monster.
I see. And when Crocoblock was spun out of this product, how many
Mhm.
people were there in the team at that time, and how many people are just part of Crocoblock now?
Yeah, so we have started with about five.
Okay.
I always say with a vowel because now I really we have different numbers, five or six or something like
It's
this.
okay. Yeah.
And now it's 80.
Oh, wow. That's
80,
amazing.
80, 82, because we have some people who is on training process. I don't know if they will stay.
And they're all remote? That everybody works remotely all over the world?
Yeah, so now because of the war, we're all remote. Before war, we were all in office, even by COVID. So we were in office. So for
Got it.
us, it was very new experience to work remotely, but now it's
Yeah,
okay.
it is must have been really challenging navigating that, and I believe you are in Europe now because of the war
Yeah.
situation, right?
So yeah, but not all of the Crockablock is in Europe, but we somehow migrating from one place to
And
another.
still
Yeah.
and still grew the company to where it is today, and there's no stopping you
Yeah.
guys. That's for sure.
So
And
we haven't stopped even when the war started. So we never stop. Unstoppable.
I love that. I love to hear that. So, what do you think was the biggest challenge you did not expect as when you were stepping up to the CEO role? Like you personally, your biggest challenge. What do you say?
It was no challenge already when I stepped in it because
Okay.
before I already have done the all responsibilities when I was COO, so to say.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, so with that position, I had more challenges. It was so first. I'm sorry, I will need to mention it in your questions.
Hmm.
When the war started, it was a very big challenge
Yes. Yes.
because I was in occupation and some people from Crockablock were very near to front line. So
Okay.
we all were on the front line actually. So it was very hard. But
Okay.
still, we made few releases in the first week and all of that, and we supported from bathroom. So it was very tricky to make this life-work balance during the war,
I understand.
war-life balance.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so it was the most tricky, and to hire people and so on.
Yeah.
But now when I'm thinking about it, I had challenge as CEO probably, or maybe COO, or on that transition period.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't relate to work itself,
I understand.
because we had a developer
Okay.
who worked in the company for a long, long time. But it's a bad story. I don't know if people want to know it, but I will tell it. Fuck
No, no,
up
no.
story.
It's a lightweight
Yes,
conversation, honest, open
yes.
conversation. So yeah.
So we had a developer who worked a lot with us, and he worked with Template Monster before as well. So he can do very good templates, and we have some templates in Crocoblock. But we stopped to produce templates in
Okay.
Crocoblock. We don't make new ones, and
Okay.
we decided to fire him.
Okay.
We actually told him that he can take as much time as he needs to find a new job and so on, but we don't want to continue because we don't have job for him. And in a few weeks, he got results of the medical test, and he got cancer
Oh,
in a very bad form.
oh,
And it was like we told him about, we fired him, and very soon he knew about the cancer. So he is now with Crocoblock. Of course, we could not fire him when he had cancer and he had all that medicine, and
yes.
we tried to help him, and now we tried to find what else he can do, what he can teach, so he is with Crocoblock team. But we all felt very bad about the situation because it was like, oh my god, this guy has so much issues now, and to lose the job
These
on
are
that
these
time
are
period
tough
was very.
decisions. These are tough decisions
Yeah.
we have to
So,
take.
but we work now together. So we left him in team, and he developed a lot, and now he's working like
I
really
think
good.
I think you're what I understand from here, you're a people first company. And in your introduction, I mentioned intelligence and heart, and I meant it,
Um,
you know. So it's not like I'm just using AI for introductions. I met you in
yeah.
person, so I know the leadership
So
team.
thank you. So I think that we are a people first company because the product comes from the team. It's
Yes.
not like it was holding company. They had product or ID and they hire us.
Yes.
Yes, so they hired us, but we invented the product. So the product ownership is by team, and
Hmm.
I think it makes the difference. You know the how to say. So you understand how people are important because they
Of
can
course.
generate new products, new projects.
Of course. Of course. I tell my team all the time also, like, listen, if you want to work overtime over the weekend, because sometimes we have high pressure for work, this is optional. But listen, you can if you order pizzas or you want to do, some coffee or beer or whatever, please tell my HR manager no, and we will make sure, because I know it's not only about, earning extra money over the weekend for some, delayed projects or something, but we do want to take care of you. And I totally understand the importance of motivation and retaining good manpower. I totally am with you. And it is difficult for,
Yeah,
I think human
yeah.
resources is one of the most challenging aspect for any company, especially a services. And even though you're a software company, even then
Mhm.
with 80 plus people team, it is challenging. And you have seen it firsthand from down up.
Yes, and the issue is that I came from technical part, so I studied computer science,
Okay.
and I worked first as a technical supporter, and I was very good in technical things, so I was more in this technical part.
Hmm.
And the soft skills not my best option. So now, of course, I have made some studies and I do my best.
Of course.
But if we would continue topic with challenges, probably I would talk only about people, and I would
No, no, no.
forget all the issues with the product, revenue, and all of these. Because because people are in the focus, and there is a lot of things always to do with people.
Got it.
Motivation is most day-to-day challenge for me,
Got
because
it.
somehow, if we talk about myself, I am self-motivated. I
Hmm.
don't need extra motivation from someone. And when it comes to my team and I need to motivate my team, first I'm stuck because why you don't motivate it yourself?
I know, I know, I know.
Yeah.
That's very important. You have to be self-starters if you want to really grow and you want to make a great company. You have to be self-starters.
Mm,
I'm with you for sure. Anyways, let's switch gears to Crockablock ecosystem now. So
yeah.
when Crockablock began, it was like I think it was focused on the Elementor ecosystem, and then the shift happened to
Mhm.
Gutenberg. Is that correct? And what was the reason that you decided to do Gutenberg also, or it was always the plan?
So I even think that when we started, it was no Gutenberg.
Oh, okay. It was only Elementor at that
So
time, right?
it was Visual Composer and Divi as well, but they were
Okay.
already a little bit old. And we
Okay.
have checked few plugins. Elementor was a very new one as
Okay.
well, but it
Okay.
was as well Oxygen and Beaver, I think.
Yes.
They were like on the same stage of development at that time. And we looked like QA team. I was in the QA team at that time, CTO and management. We looked on our different sides to this product. And of course, as one of the support team in the past, I looked on it as a support representative as well. And we selected Elementor. And I think it was the biggest luck for Crackerblock, because
Yeah.
if we would choose another builder, I don't know how we would develop now. I don't say we won't, but it was very big luck
It
to
it
grow
it
up with
grew up,
Elementor.
it grew very quickly. Let's just say that. Elementor. It grew
Yes,
very, very
and
quickly.
as well, we have something in common with the mindset, because they were one of the first who made open community in Facebook, and Crackerblock started with open community in Facebook as well, and we have started with very open communication with customers, and it was in line with Elementor. And in
Mm,
that now it's very common, but on that time it was not so common, and not so much people have done it.
got it.
And after about Gutenberg, after WordPress started to do Gutenberg, we decided we will do it as well, just because we're part of WordPress ecosystem. It's very logically,
Of course.
and just to be aware, and as well as some of our team members are working together for a long time, not
Mhm.
only with Crockablock, but on previous projects. For example, some of our developers are working together 15, 17 years.
Okay.
So we have
Wow.
seen a rise and death of different builders. So if we believe in Elementor and love it a lot, we know that we need to have some alternatives in case of the risk. So when we made integration with Gutenberg, we made some changes in plugin to be easy to add other builder support, not to be so connected to Elementor. So
I
just from technical side.
got it.
So now, for example, if tomorrow Elementor dies and new builder appears, it will take us not so much time to make integration. And yeah,
Got
I
it.
think Gutenberg is just a must-have.
Of course it is. And I think a lot of agencies which we work with a lot of agencies who outsource work to us
Yeah.
and a lot of retail customers also, they only want to use Gutenberg, especially if it's a Figma to WordPress project in many cases. We are page builder agnostic at our agency, but yeah, I think Gutenberg is here to remain, and hopefully it's getting improved even faster now. I think I only see powerful improvements. But anyways, Jet plugins now covers everything from filtering to booking. So like my question is, how do you prioritize like which features would you release in such a broad suite? Like, is it like customers telling you, or are they just planned over the entire year? How do you prioritize them? So many features.
Before answering your
Yeah,
question, I want to add about the builders because we have
sure.
now integration with Bricks as well.
Wix.
So we somehow build
Wow.
bricks, yeah. So we somehow are plugin builder agnostics as well in case. So if our customers wants another builder, we're trying to add it. So and Gutenberg, we don't have too much clients with Gutenberg, but we have much more with bricks.
And even breakdance is
Uh,
also there in the market now. I heard they've also come up. We got a few requests for breakdances.
so with breakdance, we don't have integration now. We are making integration, and now it's like the second question answer because our customers asked us. So about the features, it's some complicated process, of course. We have open GitHub with
Okay.
issues,
Okay.
and customers can leave what they want,
Hmm.
and you can vote. And we have project manager and developers team who is sorting it, checking all the issues, prioritizing. He's checking how much people ask for it. And of course, it's one part, so we're checking that. Of course, our CTO has vision, and all plugin developers are plugin owners. They have vision for their plugins. And as well, we have a support team who give always a feedback. And we combine all of it. For example, if a lot of people are asking for some feature and it's in line with a roadmap from CTO, we add it and prioritize. But sometimes, for example, some features, they don't have enough abstract logic.
Okay.
And so, of course, our CTO, he tries to understand how this feature, what some of the users wants, will be used by other users.
I see.
And sometimes it doesn't make sense because it's sometimes very specific request, which needed, so I don't know, 20 people will need it, but 200 not. And maybe you have seen or you can check on our site, we have free tools, developer add-ons, something like
Mhm.
this. It's free add-ons. It's actually what it was requested to be added in the plugin, but it was very specific feature request. So we have created some small add-ons like code snippets, but it's made like a plugin for those requests.
Got it.
So it's maybe a complicated answer to a question, but if some of the features that the user asks us could be used by other users, and they mention with a future vision of our team, we added in plugin. If it's very specific request, but we see that users need it, that even 2 or 3 of them, we make some extra add-on.
Okay.
They can download it, but it's just not part of the plugin, not to make plugin too heavy, but you can actually find all of them.
Oh, yes, you have. That's the reason I asked this question is because you have such a comprehensive suite of plugins and add-ons. That's why. Like I
Mhm.
was like, okay, like there must be some way, and you answered that really well. So, which are your favorites? Which are your favorite sort of things?
So Jet Engine and Jet Smart
Filter.
Filters.
Okay.
But so the issue that when we have started with Elementor and not design themes.
Okay.
So we have created the Jet blocks, Jet rigs, Jet elements
Hmm.
that made some design elements. And then we switched more for dynamic plugins. And first
Okay.
idea of Crocoblock was a full tool set. So the idea was you need to hosting, WordPress, Elementor, and Crocoblock, and you don't need any other plugin.
Got
So
it.
we have tried to cover all drops, what you can need on your website. So not security, SEO, or marketing, but for site development.
Got it.
Now we're more focusing on dynamic features.
I see. I see. Now, AI is becoming so mainstream. So, and I saw something in your menu bar on Crocoblock,
Mhm.
AI automation features. Like, what is that exactly, and how are you planning to
Mhm.
release AI features? Because everybody's using and talking about Elementor AI. People are talking about WordPress AI. People don't want to waste any more time in development. So, what is
Mhm.
happening on Crocoblock with respect to that?
So we are making different things, but at the first, when have other all plugins have started to add that features with image and text generation, it was no point for us to do it because builders have it on their side. Now we have AI in Jet Engine to build customer structure, for example, because most of the users who started to work with WordPress or working not so long, when they build that, the biggest issue is to create correct structure, to understand where to use taxonomy, where to use meta box, where to use meta fields, and all of this. So now you can generate it with AI. You just describe the website you want to build. It makes you a structure, so dynamic structure. You can make some changes, so it helps a lot. You can use AI with Crocoblog in some query builder to create some
Famous
database
form.
requests.
I noticed the form generator is
Yeah.
also there. The SQL query builder is there.
Yeah, so we have added it for more complicated tasks. So we
Okay.
haven't done some AI for some simple things. And now we are developing one more feature, but I can't tell you
It's okay.
what it is.
We'll see it in the
Yes.
release, maybe
So
email or
yeah,
X.com.
it will be a next release, I think. So next big release. So the issue is we don't want to add AI just to add AI. So we have started to add it only for really specific things, what would be helpful for Crocoblog.
Yeah, which will add value to your customers at the end of the day.
Yes. So for example, to make something what Elementor have done, there is no point because our users are using Elementor. And if they can build something with Elementor, there is no point for us to add the same features.
I see.
So we concentrate on our dynamic features and we add it to dynamic data, for example. It's super useful.
I see.
So when you want to create a website, you just write a prompt, it creates your structure. So it creates for you all meta fields, taxonomies, relations, and you just add the information, the pictures, design it, and all of this. But this part is done.
I hear you. That's amazing. So Crocoblog is doing this, and but by the way, one burning question: who came up with the name Crocoblog? Who? It was a mutual decision between the companies.
Do you know? Do you want to know the answer?
Yes, please. I'm dying.
Okay, we have two versions: the official explanation and the real one. So the real one is that it was some old project for Cherry. It was Cherry plugins, so made by the same team.
Okay.
And we had it was a crocoblog.com with some themes, so templates.
Okay.
And when we started Crocoblog, we decided to keep the website because it has already some traffic, and it was our website with the same team.
Okay.
So we didn't choose the name, we just took the existing website. But actually, it matches very good because Croc in Ukrainian is a step.
Okay.
So it's like going step by step, and blog, now you have blogs and all of this. Now it's like building step by step or something like this. Now it matches
That makes sense.
what we're doing.
I love the name. I respect the branding, spot on. You guys, you have done a fabulous job. Kudos to you and your entire team for the branding because, when I see good branding, I see it and know it, I respect it.
We have a very nice team, but because we didn't selected the name ourselves, so we have two names. Yes, we have Crocoblog, but Jet plugins. Because first we created plugins and when we have created Crocoblog. But I have a very nice marketing team.
Got it.
And that's why branding is good. And we have some people who are working on it.
Got it.
Constantly, yeah.
And give me a general idea, give our viewers a general idea, who are your customers? Are they freelancers? Are they direct users also? Is it like 80-20? Just a general idea. Agencies, Asian market.
I always thought that our customers are developers, but actually when we are making a research now, it's developers, agencies and freelancers and designers. So the issue is nowadays designers are making websites as well. So it's very complicated to divide the audience. But yes, it's more like freelancers, so freelance developers, not one time making website, and agencies with some experience 3-5 years in development.
And we
have, of course, new users, but the most common is this more advanced users with agencies or freelance.
And that's the reason you have a Discord community, a Facebook community, so that they can help each other out and they can reach out to your team. Like when they open
Mhm.
support tickets, is it mainly through your contact support, or are you usually you prefer freelancers and agencies if they are help, if they need help, if they're stuck and they can't get answers using your YouTube tutorials, they go to Discord. What's the best way for agencies and freelancers to get support from Crocklebog?
So I think it depends of the need and
Okay.
of the question. So
Okay.
we have ticket system if you don't have time to wait for a reply, but we have a very good chat with quick response. And the issue is with in Crocoblock, we don't divide people by level of knowledge. So it's not like in chat, some new supporters and in ticket, some experienced supporters. You will have the same level of support in both of them. It's just how you feel more comfortable.
I
Do you
see.
want to use chat or you want to use ticket? As well, we have Zoom calls.
Mm-hmm.
It's limited for, I don't remember, 4 Zoom calls in a month for one
Mm-hmm.
user or something like this, but it's enough. If, for example, you don't know how to describe what issue you have and you want to show it quick and or you want to understand some logic things, so you can just book a Zoom call and some of support representative will talk with you in Zoom call. You can share the screen, show all of it. For
That's
example,
very
if you don't
good.
want to share the details, yes. So I think we were first in market, and I'm not sure if some other teams have such support.
Okay.
Of course, it's more expensive for us because you can spend with one customer at least 1 hour, and you don't do it with other customers in this time.
Mm.
Facebook group is very nice because you can help get help from agents and others, and I think it's more useful if you don't have some issue like something not work, but if you need some idea how to realize to make realization. If you have idea, I need it to work like this, but I have no idea how, what plugin to use, I would recommend to use Discord or Facebook.
I I
You
see.
can ask same questions support team as well,
Okay.
but it's just more interesting probably to have different point of views.
Got it.
Sometimes you can also as well write to our developers in DM in
No,
Facebook
no, the
and
only
they
reason
can answer.
the
Yeah.
only reason I even asked you this question is because I noticed on your site that you have a community
Mm-hmm.
of like 30,000 plus members. I'll join it also
Yes.
now. So that's pretty good. That's a big responsibility,
Yeah,
basically.
so they're very active, and we have some
Yeah.
influencers, some YouTubers like Tobias Lame. He's making videos for us, but he's also very active on Facebook group or in Discord channels. So
Mhm.
I think it's more about how it's more comfortable for customers.
Depending on
Someone
case-to-case
to
basis.
create tickets, someone prefer to check tutorials, someone prefer to check YouTube videos. It's even different. Some people, uh, for example, our developers, when we ask them, they prefer text documentation, but other people prefer YouTube videos. So it's like how you want, and what we are trying to do to cover all wants, so to say, all
I hear
needs
you.
of the customers.
Awesome. I have a question which I ask everybody. Okay. It's a common question.
Yeah.
Okay. And I would love to hear your perspective. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
where do you
Sure.
think WordPress is going in 5 years? Not two, not 10, just five. And consider this lovable now Dora framework, so many new technologies.
Yeah.
Like, what is your perspective?
Mhm.
5 years. It's moving so
I don't
fast.
know. Yes, I don't know where WordPress will go,
Hmm.
but I think so. Um, WordPress will change if
Hmm.
I would rule the WordPress, yeah, to be a database storage because any AI, it's still search information on internet and
Hmm.
it need to find it somewhere. So I think it will change the whole behavior of users. For example, I don't Google, I go to ChatGPT, but ChatGPT still need to have to take information from somewhere.
Hmm.
So probably WordPress will change to not change, maybe focus will be more focused to be a text platform. So not text, but you understand that information platform. But it's actually how it started, and maybe we will make less design things and more qualified text things
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
general. Because if you need a website, you want AI to find you as well. Then you don't need to focus on the design. You need to focus on the content.
I see. I see. I think
So
so.
I would think about it. Of course, WordPress can do what everyone do. Visual builder, some you describe your website, something creates your website. But I think it's like to it's too late. I don't feel future in it because I think we need to check how the user experience will look like, and it will be different from
I am
websites.
with you. I'll tell you something very funny about this. Okay. My mom,
Hmm.
she sells jewelry online, eBay,
Yeah.
Etsy. She's very successful in her business. Okay. And a few years ago, she spun up a e-commerce store online within one day, and it was on Shopify. She said, "You're too busy. I'm not using your help. You don't even return my call." And she was angry at me. And she went to Shopify and he started her
Hmm.
e-commerce store. Okay. And I was like,
Yeah.
Mom, okay, I'll do it. I'll help you. Okay. But why didn't you use WordPress, WooCommerce? You should have spoken to me. She said you were busy, whatever. And I could not understand WordPress. So my point is, I think at the end of the day, when it comes to WooCommerce and e-commerce part, I think still
Hmm.
starting up for somebody who has absolutely no knowledge, Shopify is super easy. And WordPress WooCommerce,
Yes.
there's still steps involved. Hosting, right hosting, connecting the domain, doing this. I think it just needs to be super simplified if it wants to reach even a wider audience, especially when it
Yes,
comes
but
to starting
in
out.
5 years, I don't think it will be still important. So it would be my answer in 1-2 year
Mhm.
because it was the worst question you can ask me because I always say I don't understand why WordPress is still alive. I know the answer because of the community and because of the open source and because of a lot of fans already. But yes, we have a lot of tools now to make it much more simple.
Yes.
And you don't need, yeah, and websites are not so important now. So, for
I
example, me as a user, I don't use websites. So I use them, but only marketplaces and different platforms. And then why every company need a website? But it's because I'm from Ukraine and we have very different digital experience. Now in Europe or in US, I see that people still creating websites.
Mhm.
And but I somehow from Ukraine I know the future already. So in Ukraine we don't use the websites. If you want to sell something, you go on the marketplace,
Mhm.
on big marketplace like Etsy or something like this, or you sell in Instagram and Facebook. You don't need a website. And people in Ukraine they don't create websites. And we have a lot of digital things already. I don't know. We have like all governmental documents in one application. So I can request any document from my government in application, and in Ukraine, I can use even application. I don't need to print them, and it will be valid. So
Wow.
in 5 years, I think we need to rethink the experience at all, to look on the young generation, and to think, do they really need the websites with all that filtering, or they want to ask
I can't believe.
ChatGPT which
Yeah.
hotel I need? ChatGPT will show, or any other AI will show some options. I will ask. So I have searched courses for myself already, and I didn't Google it, and I don't want to go to the websites. I asked 1,000 questions
ChatGPT.
AI.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, maybe I will in final stage I will check
Verify.
what is the final decision. Yes, to verify it. So I think in 5 years, no one knows what will happen
Oh
actually.
my, I'm telling you, I started using agent in ChatGPT. Have you used it? The agent
Mhm.
mode by any chance on ChatGPT?
Yeah, but just little bit. Yeah.
I used it extensively over the past 2 days,
Mhm.
and I can't explain to you how excited I am. It's like
Mhm.
having 100 assistants at my disposal.
Mhm.
I I can't even tell you. It's helping me from data analysis to research to building out proposals, everything. Like I can't explain to you how exciting it is. Yes, so the 5 year perspective is very hard to say, and I can't believe you mentioned about a new internet, as I call it, which is I think already built or about to be built. Maybe Sam Altman from ChatGPT with Johnny Ive are going to spearhead it, with their new company. Who knows? But you're right. This new internet, which is about to be born, or is already born and is just taking shape, is going to change
Yes,
everything.
but it's still all about the content. And
Yes,
WordPress is a content management
SEO
system.
is
And I think we
fantastic.
just need, and I think we need to go in the future. We need to go back because somehow now WordPress is a lot about design
Hmm.
and about some graphical things, and we need to step back to read one more time content management system and then rethink it from a new perspective.
That's true. I agree. I don't think WordPress is going anywhere for sure. And I think things are only improving now, faster than ever
Mm.
before. So I hope it is like that. And the WordPress WordCamp community is so strong. You were in Basel also. I was there.
Yeah.
Massive crowd. Everybody's excited, hopping to the booths. And I think that
Ah,
community is also a very strong part of this ecosystem. So I think 5 years, yes, it is a fun. I always ask this question to get perspectives from everybody, and I get fun answers, hilarious, all kinds of answers from everybody. But
yeah.
I'm not worried. Like my mother-in-law was joking with me the other day. What you gonna do? Your business is gonna go down the drain now. Now AI is building websites. I said, I know, but I think I'm embracing AI, and my queries are only improving.
So, but we are looking on it like already people who know how to make a website. I
Yes.
have a brother, he's an electrician, and he's building a website for his appliance repair or something like this. And he's very smart.
Mm,
But when he tried to find AI who will build site for him, but
mm,
he's not IT guy, yes, he's electrician, very good electrician, but still. How random person from non-IT should find the right AI to create a website?
mm, mm.
So you are trying this first Google show or ChatGPT advice. It doesn't work for you. You call the agency. This is it. Because
Yeah.
now some of my colleagues are building site for him.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not worried because people between AI and normal people will still exist. It's
100%.
just the way how we work, the way will change,
Mm.
but it will be still work and still a lot of things. And more complicated tasks can AI close, more people who can understand how to work with the AI we will need. It just will change.
Got it. Got it. We're just coming up on time, so I have some rapid fire questions for you. Some fun personal rapid fire questions. What's your favorite
Okay.
podcast or Netflix show which you're watching nowadays? Or any podcast which you listen to? You can swear by it.
Oh, I, so I listen sometimes WordPress podcasts, but I don't have favorite one, and I don't listen like some podcasts all of the episodes.
Mhm.
And actually, after work, I try not to listen to anything. And about personal, I don't listen podcasts.
Netflix? Any Netflix
Um,
shows?
I'm watching Star Wars.
No way. Oh
This is the
wow.
way.
Oh, I love Grogu. I love Grogu. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's my favorite. He's a favorite character. Yeah.
So yes, I'm watching Star Wars because I have never seen it. So now I'm in the middle,
Okay.
and I'm watching Naruto. Now
Okay.
the second part is Boruto, and I am so excited. Yeah,
Okay. And do you drink tea, coffee, or jet fuel?
coffee always. Jet
And
fuel is nice.
and, and what and what do you think is the most underrated plugin at Jet plugin? What do you think so? Most underrated.
uh, Most Jetson SimCore.
Which one? SimCore.
Jetson Core. Mhm.
What does it
Yes,
do?
it's very amazing. It makes the structure of the website, templates,
Hmm.
and all of this. And now we made a new UE, so you can see visually your website structure.
Got it. Got it. And what do you think would be the dream vacation spot for a Crockablock offsite whenever you have next time, if you were to bring them all together? Europe, India, US, where would you go?
Ukraine.
Ukraine?
Yeah. Yes, we want. So we joke about Crimea, which is now
Okay.
occupied by Russia,
Hmm.
or any Black Sea point, what is under fire every day.
Yeah.
But it will be definitely Ukraine, and I can tell you if you will ask any of Croca blockers,
Hmm.
everyone will say Ukraine because we want home a lot.
Of course, needless to say that. Anyways, thank you. And final thing, you're not visiting WordCamp this year by any chance, or are you visiting WordCamp Portland? Are you visiting by any chance?
Portland, I don't know, but others, some local word camps, definitely I will still see.
Okay,
Maybe
super.
Poland, maybe something, yeah.
Poland is the big one next year. That's the
Yeah,
Europe.
yeah, but I like as well to visit local WordCamps, and I have a
Yes.
lot of experience last year with local WordCamps, and they are super sweet and they're very different, and it's more
Oh yeah,
narrow
yeah, yeah.
communication. Yeah, so I like a lot local WordCamps, so I will try
Oh,
to
yeah,
visit
I go to this community called WordPress London Meetup. It's just 50 people, 60 people, but I make one of the
yeah.
best connections because you get to meet a lot of people in a small
So
format.
last year I had a lot of local WordCamps in Spain, in different places. It was amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to try
So now
different
now you can
countries. So
so you can speak Spanish also now, I can say.
not yet.
Anyways, thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for the time today. If I don't
Thank
see
you
you,
for inviting.
if I don't see you at WordCamp Portland, I will see you in one of the future WordCamps. That's for sure. Thank you so
Sure,
much.
sure.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.